Check, 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 mic check. Alright guys, what's up and welcome back to Benny Bang Fishing. If you are watching this video right now, you are probably wondering what is my rod and reel arsenal of 2023. I haven't done one of these in about 2 years, so let's get straight to it. Alright, so to start off the rods, I have about 7. We're gonna start with the casting rods first, okay? So what I have here is my Megabass Super Destroyer, okay? The Megabass Super Destroyer, this one is 6'9" f7, so pretty much like a heavy action. And I have it paired up with my Metanium XG Shallow Edition, right? And you might be wondering, why the hell would I get a Shallow Edition reel with this kind of setup? And there's nothing really to it. I kind of just wanted it because I thought the silver on it looked nice. But other than that, I really like using the Super Destroyer for Texas rigs, weightless T-rigs, sleeper gills, dark sleepers, sleeper crawls, anything in that category, okay? But that's pretty much it. The Super Destroyer, I like it very much. Very beautifully made by Megabass. Alright, let's go to the next rod. The next rod that we have here, guys, is the NRX 873 CRR, and we have that paired up with the Metanium XG 2020 version. And I have this spooled up with 20-pound FC Sniper. I have FC Sniper for primarily all my fishing rod and tackle. On the Destroyer, I have 14 or 16-pound FC Sniper on there. And on my NRX Metanium setup here, guys, this is my primary jig setup. I like this for working anything from ½ ounce to heavier jigs. I also will tie on a Outcast chicken on here and work it offshore. But an excellent rod. It feels very heavy in hand, as in the power wise, but it's very light, feather light, and I enjoy it very much. So shout out to my buddy Too Long for giving me a super steal of a deal for this setup this past winter. Super nice, as you guys can see. Alright, next on the lineup we have a NRX MBR 843C, and I have that paired up with a Shimano Metanium. This is the older 2016 model with the 6-speed ratio. And all I gotta say is such a super badass moving bait setup. Originally, I bought the 843C MBR NRX for like my jigs and stuff like that, but what I found was that the rod tip was a lot more softer than it would be. So when I'm setting the hook and stuff like that, I would actually see it bend up to about almost half, you know? So I figured it wasn't really a great rod for jigging and bottom contact. Yes, you can do it as well, but when I started using it with like moving baits like spinner baits and chatter baits and swim baits, as my past video y'all saw me catch that big old bass with the Zaldangerous swim bait, it handles it perfectly, okay? Right now I do have 14-pound FC Sniper on this rig, but it might feel underpowered, but I love it because I get to cast super far, cover a lot of water. Just a wonderful setup, light to the hand, and I enjoy using this like all the time. And I can always tie on a jig and just slow drag if I feel like I'm using a XG reel too fast and I'm getting it out of the fish's bite zone, you know? Alright, next rig that we have is my Daiwa Tatula with the Shimano Xsense JDM version. These are not sold in the US at all, but it's pretty much like a Shimano DC, Corrado DC, right? And this is a 7.4 heavy, fast action, mainly my Topwater punching rod. Even though it's an entry-level Daiwa rod, it's an absolute beast. I've punched so much mats and pads and caught many 5-pound fish on this setup, and it's just great. Topwater frogs, it's also great as well. But I also learned that it's actually good for using buzz baits too as well. You guys might have seen me use this rod in a fall fishing video last year, and I was using this exact buzz bait, which is a double-bladed buzz bait, and this is the I forgot what they're called. I think it's like the Blanket or whatever. Same company that makes Greg Blanchard's buzz bait, but I have that with 40-pound Power Pro braid. I find that the 40-pound works for me. I know some people like to use heavier and whatnot, but 40 pounds, that works for me. Alright, now let's get to the moving bait section. These are the reaction lures, okay? So right here is a brand new Shimano X-Pride 610 graphite, okay? This is the version 2, so X-Pride B. And we have that paired with a Corrado MGL. This is the new one, the dark green color. And I have this spooled with 12-pound Invisex. And I use it with all my jerkbaits. I do find that there will be a window of opportunity where I could use this with like a Ned rig and stuff like that. But overall, this is my main jerkbait setup. For a long time, I have been wondering on what the greatest jerkbait rod there is, you know, and so I've been doing a lot of research and stuff like that. And what people say is the X-Pride 610 medium is the best of the best. As y'all can see right here, we got the Jacko re-range. And just a wonderful setup, super light, super flashy. The gloss finish on Shimano's rods are always nice. Love this rod. Next up, we have my deep crank and also my shallow water crank rod. Originally, I did use this for a jerkbait rod, which does work well as well. But this is the Fenwick Atos, a discontinued rod, and this is the glass version, okay? And I have that paired with a 12-pound Invisex. And we have a Daiwa Tatula, an older one, as you guys can see. I will soon be attempting to maybe upgrade this combo, but I'm not sure yet, because if it works, it works. Right now I have a DT10 here, a Rapala DT10. It works good for the job. The glass components of this rod makes it almost impossible for fish to spit the hook, especially on a treble bait. But this is a specialty rod, so it's not like I'm pulling this rod out every day and stuff like that, only when I'm looking to crank in deeper waters or using a shallow water crankbait and making sure that the fish don't spit the hook when they jump. Alright, and that's about it for all the bait casters. And the next one we have is the Shimano Zodius. This Shimano Zodius is a great spinning rod setup. I have that paired with a Stratic CI4 Plus 3000 size. On the braid we have 8-pound Power Pro. This was some type of high vis that I got from CAPRA'S. Works great for what it does, and I have that paired up with a FG knot to 8-pound Sniper FC. And all I gotta say is, every time I use this rod, you guys have seen it, I have caught big old bass to big old rough fish, paddlefish, catfish, everything on this rig. It is super strong. This is a Generation 1 Zodius medium, 7 foot 2 inches. I believe it's a fast action, okay? But the thing that's the best part about this rod is it's actually not mine. It belongs to my great friend Jordan. He actually lent it to me and I actually could use it whenever I want. But overall, love this spinning reel setup. Perfect for wacky warming, Ned rigging. Okay for drop shot. The rod is a little stiff. So you do have that, you know, thought at the back of your head like, okay, where the fish spits it and then I'm out of luck, right? But other than that, that's pretty much my rod and reel arsenal. I know some of y'all been waiting for this video to drop for a while and I haven't been able to do that. So thank you guys for your patience, for waiting all this time for me to finally get this video out to you guys. But would really appreciate it. Y'all could really smash that like, comment down below what you thought of this video. What do you think of the combos? What do you guys want to see in the future? More rod and reel reviews, lure reviews, tutorials, whatever you want. But other than that, guys, thank you again so much for watching all the way until the end, and I'll see ya on the next one. Peace out.